What's going on, everybody? This is Zach with Strictly Shisha.
And it's Oscar.
You guys know Oscar by now. I brought him along to give his expert advice on comparing these two tobaccos head to head. Today we're comparing a Trifecta lime and a new tobacco from Alchemist, their KFC Old Country Lime. So how do we set this up, Oscar?
Alright, so over here we have our really nice red CNC machine with an HC Black Edition bowl and 3 cocoa herbs. And this one particularly happens to be the Trifecta lime. And then over here we have our B2 on a check-based bowl hole with another HC bowl with 3 cocoa herbs. And this one is the Alchemist KFC lime. Both these bowls are made in Spain. They're the same exact diameter and depth, so very similar bowls to compare. The Trifecta is packed a medium dense. The Alchemist is packed medium dense as well, but it's got a little more air gaps in it. Both of them are packed pretty much up to the rim. I patted the Alchemist down a little bit more though. And both these are performing extremely well. I have a shisha stands on both of them because I told you guys I do use these. Hard to see in videos, but I love these. They really make me feel secure when smoking. Yeah.
But the most important part, comparing the tobaccos today.
Alright.
So when I first told you we're comparing Alchemist versus Trifecta. Right off the bat, what you think? Before I even said it was KFC, new stuff, what were you thinking?
Oh, I was really thinking the Trifecta was going to be a really good line. You know, Trifecta is known for doing really accurate flavor profiles, really hitting the mark. And I know, even though sometimes they're dark tobacco, you don't really get the dark tobacco notes. With the KFC edition, Alchemist in the past has been known to have their dark notes apparent in the flavor. I knew it was going to be a good line, but I could tell there was going to be some type of undertone to it.
And I mean, Alchemist has been under some scrutiny, so they really kicked it up with this KFC. This is some very high quality stuff. This is definitely something worthy of a hookah enthusiast to smoke. The KFC line is very, very good quality and a very good performing tobacco. I've been smoking a lot of the different KFC flavors, and I mean, look at the performance on this.
Yeah.
It's smoking very well.
Yeah.
I know I haven't done an intro video to KFC, but KFC is the Kentucky Fire Cured. Not like chicken.
It's not Kentucky Fried Chicken?
No, man, they didn't use that grease and that fat to boil that tobacco in. No.
But what does that mean? Like, what does that mean?
So, to not get into the specifics, you know, in great detail, but it just means it's basically heat treated and it's supposed to be more resilient to taking heat. Also gets that nice smoky profile. It's the newest thing when, you know, curing tobacco. So it's just a new cool thing to do.
Well, honestly, this is my first time trying the KFC brand, and it's pretty good. Honestly, it's performing really well, really smooth. I'm really liking it so far. So definitely, I'll give it a shot.
So, when coming for a lime flavor, what do you like out of a lime flavor? If you were thinking your most ideal lime flavor, what would it be to you?
Definitely, you know, I want something with a little bit of a citrus undertone, something a little sweet. When I think of lime, I think of like something like a limeade kind of thing. Okay. That's what I'm expecting. So
yeah, I'm a little bit different though. See, that's great though. See, I want a lime that when you bite into it, your cheek is puckering. You're just like, ugh. Margarita lime, like that's what I think of.
Mojito type of thing.
No, that's what I like. See, that's sweet.
What
I like that more of that citrus kick. So I first experienced Trifecta lime at the TPE show back in January. I got half a kilo of this to smoke. I smoked through all of it. It was one of my daily smokers for a long time. I loved it. I gave Trifecta some feedback, and now he's come out with the final release lime version, what we are smoking today. I've already smoked through all this, so there's not much of this left either. He's made some changes to it, some improvements, but overall, it's very similar to his original formula. And in still my opinion, it still wasn't citrusy enough, but I've only heard amazing things. So let's see what Oscar thinks about this individually and in comparison to the KFC.
Alright, so first thing is we have the Trifecta lime. As you guys know, it comes in these little plastic tubs, really easy. They screw off.
Screw off. You're a screw off.
I like screwing off the caps. I feel like it's more secure. It's really easy. Not a lot of hassle. And inside you have like this medium dark leaf tobacco, and it's also really juicy.
Both. I mean, like I said, I've pretty much smoked about a kilo of this stuff. It's been very juicy. A lot more juicy than Trifecta typically is. And I think that's hindered the performance a little bit in my opinion. The top layer of tobacco always smokes really well. When you get down to the bottom, all that juice has been soaking for a long time. Makes it a little bit more of a muddled flavor, a little bit harder to heat manage, but overall it's been a great experience. Like I said, pretty much a kilo of this stuff, and I really enjoy smoking it. Now the containers though, now look at this ingenious container, look at this. A lot of you who smoke Tangiers know that, you know, typical Chinese food takeout container. Okay. This is what people like storing their tobacco in.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that because you kind of just pop open the lid. It's really easy. You take a fork or oyster fork or whatever, and you just kind of mix it up.
Finger it.
Oh, you finger it? You know, Zach likes to finger things. I prefer using utensils. Like I have some home training. But anyways, you know, right off the bat, this is way less juicier than the Trifecta tobacco. Honestly, it's all clumped up together. Cut's pretty much similar. Both are dark leaf tobaccos.
Not stems. I mean, it's a high quality cut. I mean, very consistent. Both of them look pretty good. But I mean, containers alone, which would you like more?
I definitely like the Trifecta container more. It's easier to kind of store away.
It's air sealed. It doesn't rust.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. Yeah. This one, I mean, I see why this is amazing. But then again, this is 200 grams. And I put the contents of tobacco in here and it felt kind of empty. Kind of like a waste of space. So I love this when I first saw it, if you were putting like a half a kilo in here, but with 200 grams, it was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I like that. Maybe I have to buy a larger quantity and not be so cheap.
Yeah, stop being cheap, man. Come on.
Come on, man. I ain't sponsored, so I do what I can. All right, let's get into this. I just put another coal on. I found that the Trifecta actually needed a little bit more heat in comparison to the KFC. So my clouds were a little weak, but now they're kicked up a notch. Let's give your first impressions.
So yeah, first impressions. I'm gonna go ahead and do the KFC first. Guess that you get this really nice lime bite. Now, it's not very strong. It's definitely something that you can taste, but it's not nothing that's overpowering or anything like that. And then there's like this nice dark undertone to it. From my understanding, they treated it, so it's got this nice little kind of dark bite to it right underneath the lime. Really enjoyable. I know a lot of people that are hookah enthusiasts actually enjoy this more.
And I hear, rumor, it's very similar to Starbuzz's Serpent line, something that just dropped recently. Little small rumor I heard on the streets that KFC and Serpent might be almost identical.
Oh, really?
Something I heard. I can't confirm this. I've only smoked probably Serpent like 3 hits, so I can't confirm that. I've never even seen the cut. I just heard a little rumor.
Yeah.
So definitely a step up in quality from the original Alchemist. Let me take a few hits while you rip on this thing now that it's finally ripping. To Oscar's point about it being more of a stronger dark leaf note, definitely more present in the Alchemist. It's got that rich dark leaf taste to it, got that smoky background, more smoky than any other dark leafs that I've tried. The lime in here is competing in every hit for that presence in the taste. I think the smokiness is more overpowering than the lime. The lime is more of like an undertone, kind of get that, you know, like if you were a cigar smoker and you licked your lips and you got that cigar taste to it, whatever you're smoking. It's more like that in my opinion. I'm not a cigar smoker, but when I smoke cigars, I just get smoke and then I get that nice taste afterwards.
It's a very complex smoke.
Yeah.
The flavor profile is very complex. There's a lot of things I think going on. The lime is, is probably, you know, one of the things you notice about it, kind of differentiate between other tobaccos, but it's a very complex profile.
Now, in comparison to other KFC flavors, the lime on this is more subtle compared to some of the other ones. Like their berry flavor, their huckleberry or whatever their berry flavor is. I tasted that flavor a lot more than I taste this lime. This lime is more subtle, and it is being masked by those rich tobacco notes. Now, some of you might really enjoy that. What did you think? Did you like that?
Me personally, not too much, because I really expected more of a lime. It's not as sweet as what I was talking about. You're not gonna get an overly sweet lime to it. It's just gonna be like a subtle lime, kind of like you squeeze lime onto one of your food. You just kind of get this lime note to it.
So the lime is good though. It's not as present compared to the one over here. I'm talking about the one over here.
Now the Trifecta, like I mentioned, Trifecta is known for their profiles, and I'm a big Trifecta fan. And right off the bat,
you sounded kind of biased.
Yeah,
I'm
a little
supposed
biased.
to be unbiased.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I want to give you guys my honest opinion. And right off the bat, I get this really nice sweet lime. It's the most apparent flavor in it. Basically, you feel like you're just smoking like a nice sweet lime.
So, let me try this one to give you kind of my feedback on this lime. This very tested feedback, by the way. Smoked a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, this is basically empty.
Right in your face. I mean, when I swapped over to this, I took that hit, immediately I get lime. Searching for the lime in this, right about the back, I mean, it's right in your face, that lime is there. It's that balance of that sweet lime that Oscar likes, that tart lime, that, you know, that zesty, puckering lime that I want on this. It's right in the middle, so it can appease both sides of the fence when you're looking for that sweet lime or that zesty lime. So it's there. It's definitely something that a lot of people are really gonna enjoy. I mean, I really like it. Like I said, I just want it kicked up a little bit, but as is, I thoroughly enjoy this. I love the flavor profile. I love the strength. I love that it's more in your face and the tobacco notes are way in the background. I mean, you have to more search for the tobacco notes in this compared to when you have to search for the lime with the Alchemist. So this is more my liking, and I found that it mixes extremely well. I mix this with Trifecta Blueberry with a lime, and it's just It's amazing. I mean, with lemon mints, I mean, it's so versatile because the tobacco notes are so mild, and you can really harness, you know, all that lime in there. So I really like this one.
Yeah, I gotta give it to them. The Trifecta did another great job with this. I guess they took your feedback pretty well because I really enjoyed it. I can see this being a party favorite, something that people that don't normally smoke the dark leaf tobaccos, they would really enjoy this because, again, it's not as apparent. And probably, you know, it's probably more popular with parties or when you have people over.
For the average, you know, hookah smoker, I think someone who really enjoys those dark leaf notes, you know, you are maybe a cigar smoker or you prefer straight dark leaf tobaccos. Now that is something that you can't get everywhere. That is a very unique smoke. The Alchemist is something that you can't replicate in a lot of other brands. So I bet you that's going to be a favorite by a lot of people as well.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
My personal favorite is the Trifecta lime. It's very well done flavor, and both are performing extremely well, as you can see. Like I said, the Trifecta needed a little more heat to perform to my standards. The Alchemist didn't need as much heat, and I packed it a little bit lower, and it's ripping. I mean, those are robust clouds, right?
Yeah, great. Honestly, the cloud output for the KFC has been really consistent, really good, really nice and smooth. Haven't had really issues smoking it. So it's been a pretty enjoyable smoke. I can see this lasting for a really good, you know, hour and a half. Nice, consistent, dark notes with the subtle lime. Alchemist, tobacco, cigar, production.
Alright, so we're cutting back after smoking these, and I want to tell you guys how the flavors have evolved throughout the duration of the session. So let's start with the Alchemist KFC Old Country Lime. What are you thinking?
So the lime notes kind of died down a little bit. It's still a very complex flavor. I mean, it's very interesting. I feel like a lot of people are really going to enjoy this because it's just so complex, and you really get those dark leaf notes with the subtle lime. But the lime actually died down a little bit.
It's died down quite a bit if you were to compare the two. So I smoked a lot of this by itself, and I thought the lime was very present. But when you have to compare the limes to each other, because this is so in your face, I mean, it just makes it look like you're not even smoking lime. So especially late to the session now, comparison-wise, I personally cannot taste any lime at all out of the KFC. Like I said, that's because we are comparing. If we were not comparing and smoking as a standalone, I'm sure I could taste the lime. But because this is so in your face, it's held up over time. I mean, this is ripping. The taste is phenomenal. That for me is not doing it for me anymore. I'm hogging this one now. Yeah. Now you made a good point about the flavor profile on the Trifecta.
Yeah, you know, after a while, it actually starts to get a little bit of the tartness that kind of Zach was looking for. It's not as sweet. Sometimes that happens when you smoke like Trifecta tobacco. It gets a really strong flavor profile in the beginning, first 15 minutes when you have the clothes on. Then you get this more even profile, and you start to get this nice tartness to it.
So this has mellowed out to a really nice place. This for me is perfect. I like this better than when I first started. Later now into the session, it is more tart. This is ideal for me. This is killer. I just want to keep smoking this one.
Yeah,
this is great.
It's really good.
But I mean, performance-wise on both of them, excellent. Quality-wise, excellent. Oscar brought up price now. Price on both of these are actually the same.
They're the same. Yeah, I just did a quick look. Just went on one of the very known hookah vendors websites.
We went to 5-star to check the price.
Yeah, shout out to 5-star. They were both $17.99 actually. Really similar price. So again, at this point, price is not really an issue. It's gonna.
But you're getting 50 less grams with the Alchemist. See, they tricked you with that. So
I wouldn't call it a trick. They told you.
Yes, but Trifecta is probably one of the only the newer dark leafs that are coming out with 250 grams standard. A lot of these other new dark leaf brands are coming out with 200 grams, which I still never understood. 250 is a standard, but you know, it is supposedly a more expensive tobacco. The Kentucky Fire Cured tobacco is more expensive, so maybe that yields the price point on the Alchemist. But that aside, I would choose hands down the Trifecta all day long, simply because I like the flavor, I like the performance, I like the versatility of it. It's my kind of tobacco.
Yeah, I gotta get the Trifecta on this one. Again, another, you know, they knocked out the park with this one again.
Yeah, this is... But the Alchemist, I mean, when was the last time you smoked Alchemist?
Man, it's been a while. It's been like maybe 6 months, honestly.
6 months. So I'm not a big Alchemist smoker anymore. For you guys who've been on the channel for a while, you guys know I heavily criticized Alchemist for their quality control. I thought they had the potential to do really great work. Quality control was bad, and I just stopped smoking it. I said I would revisit it one day. I just never really did. I did smoke it on my own. I didn't really care to revisit it. This stuff is a high quality tobacco. Definitely. This stuff is definitely worth smoking if you like those rich tobacco notes. You like that heavy buzz. I mean, this, in my opinion, packs a little bit more of a heavy buzz.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is definitely a lighter smoke than this. Yeah, this one's so dark and just so complex.
Yeah, so this is good stuff. Don't get me wrong. Alchemist, you did excellent with the KFC line. I mean, hats off to you. Hats off to you. So, Alchemist, good job with this. Don't look at his head. He gets very self-conscious.
Stop, why you say that on video?
So I'm telling you, this is good stuff, guys. But for me, Trifecta is going to be my choice all day long.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Trifecta.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Jai.
Battle of the Limes, we're definitely going to give this one to Trifecta.
House Lime of Trifecta has won.
What? More Game of Thrones references?
It's, you know, it's
We don't even get to watch it for like 2 more years.
Look, man, I'm kind of upset about that as well.
Yeah. But yeah, get you guys some lime. It's some pretty good stuff. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Peace.
Mother Russia hat back.
Thank you.